And welcome back to Conversation With. Today we are going to be talking about knife crimes. So basically what I'm going to do at the beginning for the people who haven't been here much, or this is the first video, I'm going to be talking about the facts and everything that's surrounding it. At the end, I'm going to be talking about my own opinion about the aspect of the conversation, and then after that, you can all comment down below. If you guys have any new ideas for me to talk about, you want something for me to talk about, comment it down below too. So let's just jump straight into it. For the past, since 2010 to 2018, there's been a surge in uproar about people just dying on the street. There's been a rise, it fell, then it rose back up again. It's just going crazy. People are dying left, right, and center. Every day we hear on the news that someone is dead, right? From a knife crime, from a knife affiliated object or sharp object or anything like that. So basically, I just wanted to put some lights into it. I just wanted to throw the facts at it. So from 2010 to 2018, the percentage or the increase has gone really, really crazy. It has been somewhat steady, but still pretty high. That's what I was looking for. So we've been around the upper 10,000 and something in London alone. But the only time it actually went down when it was below 10,000, and that was only by like 1,000 it went down. It was from 2014 to 2016. So for about 2 years, there was still knife crimes around, but it didn't go past 9,000. And in 2017, there was about 30,000 people who died due to a sharp object or knife incidents. And in 2018, there was about 40,000 people who died due to a knife object or sharp object. Homicide also rose. Homicide, including knife object and sharp object, also rose in the last year. So the year before, I think it was 2016. Yeah, 216 people died in 2017, and in 2018 it was about 268. That's a rise of 152 people who died from those past 2 years, and that is a big uprise. Like usually those things like that usually goes down through the years, but for some reason we keep going up, and it seems like there's not going to be any stop. I mean, 2019 has arrived already, and I remember when on the 1st of January, I heard on the radio just a few hours prior to when I woke up, there's a woman that was stabbed around 4 a.m. And then from then on, now we're in February, and we're still hearing people every day who are getting stabbed and people who are getting killed by knife and stuff like that. And I went to do some more research, and I found out that the people who are actually starting this are not adults, who are over 18 or stuff like that. It usually start over something very minor, stuff that happened in school, stuff that happens about, someone said something that you didn't like, someone said something like about your like someone made a mom joke and they over escalated. I mean, let's face it, those mom jokes kind of hurt, but there's no need to stab someone over a mom joke. That's what I'm saying. So the age group starts from the age of 10 to 24. That's where the main impact is. So it's not like majorly big adults who are going around carrying their baying their own knife and coming to stab people. They're people who leave their home, go in the kitchen, pick up a knife, go outside, and just stab people with it. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, sorry, I had to look down. I got some notes I'm trying to keep up with. So basically, yeah, I mean, I remember, like, and that's what I wanted to focus on, the fact that there are young men and women stabbing each other. It's not an adult problem, more like it's like a young problem. And we all know when we grew up in school what the structure was like. Someone says something, you want to defend yourself, or you want to defend your family, or stuff that you hold dear. And I remember, like, I'm not immune from it. When I was young, I used to fight in school. I got suspended at one point. And what kept me leveled was the structure and the level of attention that was brought to me from my parents and from the people in school. And I think as a nation we lost that. We found out kids are willing to do whatever they want without any adult supervision or any adult intervening. Because everyone says that kids should be free. Kids should be free to be kids. Yeah, kids should be free to be kids, but kids should also be disciplined. They should also be conditioned on how to live as a grown human being. Because those kids are kids with a lot of bright future ahead of them, but a few mistakes along the way, and now all their potential is finished, is diminished, and now everyone is going to be looking at them for the rest of their lives as criminals. It's not something to take lightly. I remember when I was a little kid, before I got suspended, I had this teacher, Mr. Paris, right? Now, Mr. Paris was very brutal in the sense of he would tell you the truth, right? And if Mr. Paris didn't tell me what I needed to hear at that point in time, I think today my future would have been somewhat different. If my parents didn't put their foot down and say, if you don't, you need to stop doing that or repercussions are going to happen, I think today my life was going to be different. And that's what I'm saying. We need strong role models for those kids. We also need to reopen a lot of community centers, because I've been hearing a lot of community centers are shutting down. People are quick to say, well, kids don't want to go out anymore. Kids don't want to go to the park. Kids don't want to play outside. Well, it's not true, because nowhere have I seen kids anywhere in this world that don't want to go out. Nowhere have I seen kids in this world that all they want to do is stay outside and just play games. We just need to find something to get them to go outside. Something to encourage them to go outside. When I was growing up, every park around me always had a continuous, and I'm not joking, a continuous shape in the way the grass was made. It invited people. Lately, when I go to the park, the grass are uncut. Like there's no cleanup. Nothing is clean anymore. Stuff has just been thrown everywhere. The borough of where we live in London, especially, unless you live in some very posh areas, the place where kids go to let their frustration out, their aggressions out, are all being closed down. Places where kids can go to just be kids are all being closed down, and we're complaining that kids want to stay indoors, but it's not that easy. You need to give a kid an outlet to go outside. You need them to encourage them to go outside. And that's what I'm saying. We need to find out one thing that will make someone, that will just lower it down. Because those kids, they're just bored. They're just at home. And once they're lost in the world without a strong role model at home to teach them what to do, or without strong role models in school to teach them what to do, guess what they're going to do? They're going to be looking at the people in the street. They're going to be looking at adults who are rolling around with cars, jewelries, and it's very appealing for them to say, I want that. And then they see how they're living, and they see, oh, they're holding knives, they got drugs, they got guns. I want that too, because it seems like when you get this, you got power. But we got to show them that power is intellectual, powers of the mind, powers of the heart. Like power is something to earn. It's not something you gain by because you hold a knife or a gun. That's what I'm going to say today. Thank you for watching Conversation With. I hope you appreciate my message. Please share, like, subscribe. You know what to do. Thank you.